Jeremiah 11:4 says, "Listen to my voice and do according to all which I command you, so that you shall be my people, and I will be your God." Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is Jeremiah 11, and I encourage you to read that passage. What exactly does it mean to follow the law? Do you have to do everything there is in it, or can you just do a few things? Is there anywhere that we can go to see a summary of what we're to do? Well, in Matthew 24:36-40, Jesus answers the above questions. First, we are to love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind, and soul, and we're to love our neighbors as ourselves. Now, if we verbally repeat that sentiment, we have a great Sunday school answer, but we really do not have a tangible reference on which we can mark our progress, so to speak. But there is another passage that will put in what we are told to do in Matthew 24 into the real practice of their daily lives. In Matthew 28, verses 19 and 20, Jesus gives his final command before ascending into heaven. He tells the apostles, and us by extension, that while we are going, we are living our lives, we are to make disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. And we're to teach them what Christ has commanded them, or commanded us. So, to fulfill the two laws and be in communion with God, we must do two simple things. First, we're to make disciples. This involves two steps. The first is that we introduce people to Christ. We're to show them who Christ is and who they are and how they can become related to him. The second step is that we are to teach them what Christ has commanded us. First, in the general sense of Matthew 24, and then in the specifics of the Old Testament and the New Testament. Well, this means, frankly, that we need to know what the Old Testament and the New Testament teach. Finally, they're to be baptized, not because of something that we do to them that causes them to be saved, but rather it's a picture, both physical and spiritual, of our new birth. One through which they are cleansed and through which they, by the power of the Holy Spirit, he dwells inside of them so that they can live a life in communion with God by following his commandments on a daily basis. Salvation is clearly an event in a person's life which is worked out throughout the rest of the life of that individual's time on earth.